extreme weather on the way. One priest in Lexington is helping families to keep the lights on, quite literally.
Yeah, with the help of some friends, Father Jim Sichko, a social media sensation, saved dozens of families from having their power disconnected or helped them restore it altogether.
ABC 36's Anna Medina spoke to him about his desire to serve and give back and his long journey to priesthood, which dates all the way back to his childhood. Anna?
Well, Father Jim Sichko is no stranger to the spotlight, and being a priest, he knows his main mission is to be a servant of God. But for Father, kindness isn't monetary, and it can come in a variety of ways. Recently, he was on a trip back here to Lexington when a simple act from a stranger helped families this winter.
Even in the darkest of times, it is my belief God brings light.
Father Jim Sichko is known to many for his random acts of kindness, for being a servant of God, and for his compassion.
I was shocked when I showed up at 9:45, over 200 people in line, waiting in the cold.
On Thursday, Father Sichko offering to help people pay their utility bills for those families who were past due, an act inspired by a recent trip.
And while I was on the flight, a man next to me was talking to me and wanted to know what I do, and I said, well, I work for Jesus. That's I always laugh. I say I work for a global enterprise. And he started Googling me. And then he said, here's $5,000, go do something good with it.
Even though he says he was only able to help 58 families, the donation inspiring him to add another $5,000. The money used to give back coming from all sorts of donations.
Kindness begets kindness. Whenever you do anything good for the least of anyone else, it always comes back to you 1,000-fold. Always.
But his mission as a priest is one that dates back to his younger days.
One of the difficulties in priesthood is that I don't see the sense of families supporting and talking to their young children about being priests.
And his actions towards others have not gone unnoticed, as he is heavily followed on social media. But one of his biggest accomplishments has been meeting Pope Francis and becoming a papal missionary of mercy.
He exudes the mercy of God for me. That all people are welcomed. And until we learn to welcome all people, we have a lot of work to do.
And here's a fun fact for you now. Father Sichko is great friends with the one and only Dolly Parton. She recently sent him her book and her album.
Well, now if we could just get Father Sichko to come out of his shell a little bit.
I know, right?
He's a little afraid of the camera, right? Well, and I know you mentioned that Father Sichko will be seeing the Pope Francis again soon, but this time he's got a special one-of-a-kind gift ready for him.
Mm-hmm. So Father Sichko says Pappy Van Winkle, the very well-known brand of bourbon, sent him a personalized bottle for the Pope that even has his name on the label. Now, a few years ago, he also made news headlines for giving the Pope a bottle of Kentucky bourbon. For ABC 36, I'm Anna Medina.